Hello, 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 everyone. Hello there. Grand Rising, everyone. Hello, Miss Dolores. Hey, Evangelist. Hope you have a great doctor's appointment. Hey, Teresa. Hello there. How are you? Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, everybody. I just sent the alerts out so I'm give everybody a chance to get here. Today we're going to be discussing the Ashley Elkins case. This is out of Michigan. Very wild story, sad story, unfortunately. You're listening? Okay, great. Make sure that you guys do take a second to share this out. I would definitely appreciate it if you can share to someone who cares about what's going on around the world because it's definitely a lot. I feel like every day it's a whole new case. It's a whole new something. Something just goes another crazy case. Another crazy case. Um and what's crazy, it's like it's happening all over the world. It's not just we are in we're in some times, and I don't know what it's going to take for us to get back normal again. A part of me feels like that one day it will happen, and then another part of me asks myself, okay, so what is normal? Like what is what is normal? Because I feel like even when I was younger, there was some crazy things going on that made people say, "What's going on?" So, what is normal? Like, what would we? Hey, Keisha Lewis, how are you? What would we honestly say it's a normal place here for us? Um, I don't really know. I really don't know. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So yes, this is the case out of Ashley Elkins. I have been following it since the beginning. And it kind of snowballed really quickly. Typically with missing persons cases, it's like a gap of, nothing. And I think the biggest gap was in the very beginning, but when things begin to roll out, they begin to roll out, and it's been rolling out ever since. Right now, we're still at a standstill. So today, we had a slight standstill, but it's still going because we're still information rolling out. Um, so today I'm gonna catch you guys up on everything with the Ashley Elkins case. We're gonna look at every single branch of the case, okay? Anybody that is connected to it in any type of way. We're also gonna, get into this suspect guy because something tells me that it's more than what we think with him. I think it's more in depth with him. I think that this man was a silent killer all along, just waiting to snap. And I'll explain my reasoning for that later. What is normal? I don't know. Normal is, I think normal would be unity in all communities. I think that would be normal, and we haven't seen that really before. And I think until we get there, we're going to continue to have these type of discussions and these type of cases. Especially, I believe, since the pandemic has gotten worse because everybody is for themselves. Nobody really looks out for each other anymore. The village is broken. It's depleted for the most part. Elders aren't who they used to be. Children are not children anymore. It's just one of those things to where I think once we lost the connection within the community, even when it comes to the family arena, that even isn't the same. Thanksgivings aren't the same. Family gatherings aren't the same. Cookouts aren't the same. So I think it's fair to say now that the village is officially broken. The pandemic actually severed ties completely. Alrighty, so let's get into the Ashley Elkins case. So, for those of you who do not know about this case, hey, Uncommon Woman, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Everybody, please take a second to share. I would definitely appreciate it, okay? For those of you that are on the Facebook side, you are able to support with SARS over there. We're still working towards getting it back for the YouTube side of things. So, all love and support is definitely appreciated. And if you are new watching me, make sure that you follow me for those of you that's on Facebook and subscribe for those of you that is on the YouTube side of things. Alrighty, so this is Ashley Elkins. Okay. She did hair. She was she's a beautiful young girl. She has two little boys. And she's loved by her family. Many people did say that she just was a great human being. But unfortunately, things has turned sour. So in this case, the victim is Ashley Elkins. She's 30 years old and a mother of two from Warren, Michigan. So Ashley was last seen leaving her home in Warren on January the 2nd at around 8:30 a.m. She was wearing long black coat with fur around the hood and some black leggings. So this all started, the timeline of events goes something like this. So the ex-boyfriend's visit. So Ashley's ex-boyfriend, his name is DeAndre Howard Booker. Okay. Very strange type of fella. Okay. He is the man that everybody is looking at right now in this case. It is believed that he has been stalking her after the breakup. Okay. But I honestly believe that it's deeper than just him as well. All right. Now, he visited her house. He is 32 years old. He made an appointment at Ashley's home at her home salon, and he used a false name. So he knocked on both the front and side doors. And when Ashley noticed him, she signaled for others in the house to remain quiet, suggesting a sense of unease. So after a brief interaction, Booker had left. This unusual behavior had raised suspicions, especially considering Booker's past relationship with Ashley. So moving to January the 2nd, Ashley goes missing. So her family had last saw Ashley leaving her home at around 8:30 a.m. All right. So her mother goes to social media and her mother begins to, make posts basically saying, I cannot find my daughter. All right. And this is what she had to say. She said, Ashley Elkins, my daughter, Ashley has been missing since this morning. Her younger sister and her two sons saw her that night before she went to sleep. When they woke up, she was already gone. It's 5:09 a.m. and she still hasn't called. Text cell has been dead around since around or after 1 p.m. I text her at 9:06 a.m. She replied, "Oh man." I text her and FaceTime her, no response. Her youngest sister got a text. So basically in this text message, the mother says that she contacted her daughter to basically tell her that she had a dream about her. And the dream was something along the lines of Ashley left her car at her house and something happened. Okay. Now, all my mothers, and I've said this before, you guys, we have a mother's intuition. We know when something isn't right. And sometimes it comes through dreams and sometimes it comes through visions. And it just comes to us when we know that something isn't right. Okay. When a child wants to go to a certain place or visit a certain person, and this person may not just, we just are picking up something from this person that is not beneficial for our child. And I think that's what that dream was. That dream was letting her know that something wasn't right with her child. Okay. And she says that when she sent the text message, the response from her daughter just was abnormal because she simply said, "Oh man." And that was it. Okay. Um, and it proceeded after that. So, um, the last known location of Ashley's phone was traced to her ex-boyfriend's apartment in Roseville, Michigan, on Pinehurst Street. So on January the 7th of 2025, there was a car discovery. Now, keep in mind, in the midst of this, her mother and everyone was still searching for her. Okay. Her mother, I must say, her mother was persistent when it came down to how she felt when it came to her child. She has been saying from day one, something isn't right. Okay. Unfortunately, when she was telling officers that something wasn't right, an officer actually told her, I think that everything is okay. I think you're wrong about what you're saying. All right. And I think she's fine. And I think that wherever she is, she wants to be there. So this woman is simply telling you, something's wrong with my baby. And I must say, whoever this officer is, you need to have some proper training. Okay. I don't know why. I don't know why in policing, there is this belief that adults or young adults or teenagers leave willingly every single time. I don't know why that is a belief. I don't know if it's because of statistics. I don't know what it is. Okay. But what we're finding case by case by case is that when people are coming to you guys to say something isn't right, You're treating it as any other case. You're treating it as cases in which a person has responded or a person has returned. In many of these instances, these people never return, and some of them are found later deceased. And it's because within the very intricate hours, the very important hours of when a person first goes missing, you guys are not taking the proper steps in policing to ensure that all T's are crossed and all I's are dotted to ensure that this person is either found or there's an investigation that proceeds when there is no response by phone, text, or anything. Okay. Now, we've had many cases where people leave and they go willingly. Okay. We just had a woman who willingly went and left to go to Mexico. Her family collected over $50,000, ran off with the money on GoFundMe. Entire time, she returns like nothing ever happened. Meanwhile, police is having press conferences. People are out searching. Social media posts is being made. People are taking time to bring awareness to this girl's story. Meanwhile, she's over there in Mexico by choice. And family has collected a $50,000 GoFundMe. She returns back to America, never said anything but I'm back home. That's it. Never gave a where was she at, never gave a who she was with. Just like the young lady from Alabama who did the same exact thing. It seems to me that time is being put into people that are playing games. And it's not being put into the people who are not playing games, whose lives are truly in danger. That was the first mistake in this investigation, is that officers did not take the proper steps. So her mother was left to continuously go to social media saying something isn't right.
Yeah, it's been 3 days. 3 days. And I just need help finding her. I just feel like I'm not having enough help. They just taking too long. It's been 3 days. They should have been on this a long time ago. I need help, y'all. I need help. Many people come and help and search and all the phone calls and all the leads. And I think y'all, it just ain't fast enough. It's been 3 days. It's been too long. It's been too long, y'all. I just feel like they're not doing enough. Y'all just keep posting, keep sharing. Just keep posting, keep sharing.
And you can tell that this woman is truly, that is so true. A mother truly knows, because when my friend that passed away, his mom knew that something was wrong with him a few days before. Yes. But you can tell this woman is pacing back and forth, guys. She's sitting there with the door open, hoping that her baby just comes walking through the door. You can tell in her eyes that she knows something is not right. She said that she texted her daughter about her sons. She never responded. She said this is something that she never do, because one thing she don't play about is her kids. This woman is standing there. You can literally see, and I know it's cold out there in Michigan, with her door open, standing at the door, just praying that her baby pops up. And she has been this way since day one. Okay? Pay attention to this right here. This is 6 hours. This lets you know that this woman knew from hour one, minute one, something wasn't right. This is not 24 hours ago, she's missing and she announced her baby missing. This is 6 hours. Sometimes people wait days. Sometimes, people wait to go to social media and things that, no, she took no time. And she has been persistent since then. She's been going live even before with after the post and things of that nature. So she knew. Okay. Now, Let's get into everything else. Yes, if you like this video, please like this video. I would definitely appreciate it. Now, on January the 7th, her car was discovered. So Ashley's vehicle, a gray 2009, 2010 Chevy Malibu, was found several miles away from her ex-boyfriend's apartment. So her ex-boyfriend's apartment search. So officers had searched Booker's apartment, uncovering significant evidence, including forensic materials sent for analysis by the Michigan State Police. A dumpster from the complex was also seized for further examination. On January the 8th, DeAndre Booker was then arrested. Okay. He was then arrested on charges of lying to the police during the investigation. So authorities do believe that he holds crucial information about Ashley's whereabouts. So there was some suspicious search history as well from him. So while hiding out in Flint, Booker had conducted searches on his phone about fastest routes to Ohio, what to do on the run, um, is blood traceable, how to beat a polygraph test, and deleting Google history. This does suggest premeditation and an attempt to cover up his tracks. Now, where was he hiding out at? Um, this woman's house. Brandy is her name. Okay. He was with Brandy. Now, Brandy has been getting the bulk of attacks right now because many people, hey, OG, many people do not believe what she is saying in this post, which we're going to go over. Okay. Many people do believe that there's more to her when it comes to him, Ashley, in this situation. Now, and I must say that the mother did make us aware that he has been stalking Ashley. Okay. He has been stalking her, popping up to her home and text messages and things of that nature. But also, she said something very odd. She said that DeAndre, he has multiple Facebook pages where the same six people comments under those under each page. Okay. So if you know what this tells us that this man is not only creating pages, but he also is talking to himself under the pages. Because if you have multiple pages, you're going to have different people that are commenting on all of those pages. It will not be, especially a small group of six, okay, of the same six people. And so the mother said that things like this is really why the family has already felt like that Ashley needed to get away from him because of his odd behavior. So that was one of the things that kind of forced Ashley to get away from him because it was just odd. It just lets you know that it's more to this person than what we see on the forefront. If he would take us to far to make multiple pages and talk to himself on those pages. Many people that deal with mental health, she'll be next to disappear. I doubt it. And we're going to get into that. All righty. So this is him for those that missed it. Now let's get into what she posted. All right. And you guys that are watching on the replay and here watching with me, I want you to let me know in the comments, what do you think about what she says? Now let's get into that. Okay. Now she says, I don't know if this post is going to make things worse or better, but here goes. I would first like to say my heart goes out to the family and friends of Ashley. I have been praying every night for her safe return. I can't imagine what the family is going through. There has been a lot of false information about me going around in numerous accusations. I have received multiple threats to not only me, but my children. I have no idea why multiple people think that I have involvement in her disappearance. Understand questions may be asked, but the threats are unnecessary as I have no information on her whereabouts. What I do know is we had a phone conversation back in September that was a woman to woman conversation that included zero conflict. I also know that I did not call her phone. I called Dre's phone and she answered. Somehow his calls was being forwarded to her phone. I have phone records for the entire month of September to prove that. Other than this conversation and text she sent me the next day, I have not spoken to her since. When this conversation had took place, she didn't tell me her name was Ashley. I only found out her legal name when I was being posted and slandered throughout social media. Dre and I started talking again mid-December. We had planned for him to come to my place before she went missing. On the day she went missing, he texted me several times throughout the day, starting at 12:58 p.m. He even called me at 2:53 p.m. on the day she went missing. I woke up in my own home, took my child to the dentist, went to go get pizza, and then and went to work. He continued texting me all throughout the evening. When I received the first phone call, I was at work. I didn't know what was going on. I called Dre to ask him why he was calling, sorry, why I was getting calls from people saying that a young woman was missing and they wanted to know his whereabouts. At that time, Dre was still home. Later in the evening, Dre asked me to come to his place for the night. This is the very same day Ashley went missing. I'm not sure what his motive was, and that may never be known. I refuse to offer because I have errands to run the next day. I started receiving multiple calls and threats on Friday. I received over 200 calls that day. Dre took a Uber to my house at 5:30 a.m. on Friday. The entire time, he had me convinced he was innocent. In no way, shape, or form would I ever let him in otherwise. He kept contact with the police departments, calling them on more than one occasion. He never acted nervous, scared, or different in any way. I was in contact with the police and they knew of his whereabouts. I never tried to hide him and was advised by the police not to talk to anyone but the authorities because of severe threats to me and my children. I asked Dre to leave my home once the threat started, yet he never did. I also have proof of me asking him to leave. Tuesday night, my house was surrounded by multiple officers, and when they knocked on my door, I willingly opened it, telling them Dre was inside. They questioned us both, searched my home and surroundings, and then left. After this occurred, Dre still never had one nervous bone in his body. The police asked me where his belongings were, including his shoes. I gave them to the police. I have been nothing but cooperative with the police. I have not been to Roseville since September. After the police left, I told him that he needed to leave my home, that he has put me and my children in severe danger. He was trying to find somewhere to go. If you know me personally, you would know that I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. This man truly had me convinced that he had nothing to do with her disappearance, and he could not wait until he was proven innocent. Once he was picked up, I learned that they found substantial evidence that leads police to believe that he had something to do with this. At this time, I am in complete disbelief and sickened. I can't imagine what this family is going through, and it's heartbreaking. I spoke to the police again yesterday and gave them the few numbers that he called my phone from. I also have screenshots that I provided of the Uber that he came in and where he was picked up. The thing that really threw me off is that this man murdered this woman, in which I now know which I now know that he did. How could he show no remorse at all and continue to want to answer I'm sorry, and continue want to stay put at my house? When the police knew his whereabouts, I would answer any reasonable questions on this post, but once the threats start and continue, I will have to delete this post. I know I'm not going through nearly as much as this family, but my whole world has been destroyed. I don't feel safe in my home. I didn't want to contact the family because I know that they're grieving and they have enough going on. I pray justice is served and they find her body so the family can get the answers that they deserve. Now, a lot of people believe that she's lying. A lot of people do believe that this woman is lying. Okay? Here's my thing, and I've said this before. If you call my phone 200 times, I'm going to think that if you call my phone 200 times, I'm going to think it's a problem. Someone calling your phone 200 times in a day is a proven sign of guilt. So you saying that he did not act nervous or anything didn't seem wrong, or he was, he was acting normal. That's not normal. Calling someone's phone 200 times is not normal. Him persistently wanting to come to your home and not his own showed guilt. He's running from something. He called you 200 times, persistently wanting to come to hide out at your home, and you willingly opened the door because he gave you a BS story that he had nothing to do with the missing woman. And the fact that you allowed him to convince you of this is bizarre. Even if he gave you a story that he had nothing to do with this woman going missing, he still would have been able to come at my house. The fact that you are in question, you're not coming to my house. The fact that people are looking at you, not just people in the community, not just people that we know, people that don't know us that are across the world are looking at you. You're not coming to my house. And the fact that people contacted you and told you that people are looking at him, and you still let him in your house because you allowed him to give you a BS story is crazy. Wearing your heart on your sleeve is a whole different thing than being naive and reckless and careless. 200 times in one day and persisting to come at your house was a sign of him being nervous and running from something. How you didn't see that, I don't know. I don't know what made you not see that. That is clear. And why is he looking for somewhere to go? You got your own house. If you didn't do this, if you didn't do what they're saying that you did, why are you so persistently wanting to come to my home then? Why is my house your comfort space right now? And why did you have to call me 200 times to do that? Now, unless he calls you 200 times regular, like this is normal for him, which I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If he has stalkerish traits, it's possible. I also would like to know, why did you stop talking to him? Was it because the phone call that he had with Ashley? That you had with Ashley back in September? He told you that he wasn't dealing with Ashley no more? So you decided to start talking to him again in December? There was a woman-to-woman conversation. What happened on this? Even though there wasn't no conflict, anytime an ex and a current woman has to have a conversation, there's something to be said. Either he was dealing with you guys both at the same time. She told you something, or you told her, or she told you something, or you told her something that he didn't want y'all to know, each of you to know. Something was said in September that caused you not to talk to him no more until December. Something happened in December to force him to take the actions that he did in the beginning of January. That's what happened here. What that is, we'll find out in the investigation. But anytime a woman to woman has to happen, he has lied to you both about something. And the fact that he is living, my belief is that he's living a double life. Anybody that has multiple social media platforms and talking to themselves on the same platform, you're talking to yourself on multiple different pages and commenting under other new pages. Yeah, you, sir, are there's a lot of secrets happening here. This is not a normal person does not need 6 pages to talk to themselves on. Multiple pages to talk to themselves on. They just don't need it. So it means that you're living a life that you don't want us to know about. And I'm wondering, did that woman and woman conversation that these two women had about you set you off? Either it set Brandy off to not deal with you no more, which we know Ashley wasn't already dealing with you anymore. Either you wasn't being honest to Ashley, or you wasn't being honest to Brandy. Something came up in September. Brandy thought it was okay to return to talk to you again. We saw pictures all over social media with y'all all hugged up and stuff, which caused the actions that we have in January. Now, what caused you to stalk Ashley is the question. Either her not wanting to be with you anymore, or from my understanding, her family was already safeguarding her from you. And they were able to uncover some things which made her detach herself from you. They discovered the multiple pages and possibly some other things about you that maybe people before you didn't discover. Yeah. Hey, True Wreck and Crime, how are you? I think she knows more than what she's saying. I do too. And the reason why is he would have never been able to come to my home. The fact that people was contacting her, probably people that she has never seen a day in her life, was contacting her, and you still opened up your door. And then you say, Savage, why don't you join the FBI? You already solving it right now. I don't know. Well, we know I'm working towards school. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I want to be that level of investigation. I like to be able to be independent. I don't know. I don't know. So my question in this is, why did you open up the door for him? And not to mention, you allowed him to stay at your house even after the police came there. Why? If the police came to knock on your door, okay, you allowed him to stay there talking about, I asked him to leave. You didn't ask him good enough. Because guess what I would have did? If you really wanted him gone when the police left, you would have told the police, listen, he can't stay here. Can you tell him to leave my home as well? It would have been that simple. It would have been that simple. Listen, I don't know what's going on, but I want this man out my house. I don't know why he's here. I've requested. I don't know what he has going on, but he cannot stay here. This is not his residence. He has his own residence. So as you guys are leaving, can you take him off of my property, please? It would have been that simple if you truly wanted him out. It would have been easy. Hey, brother, it would have been that easy. So it's really no excuse on why you allow him to stay at your home, even after they came there to talk to him the first time. He would have never even had an option to stay there. The whole, everyone knows I wear my heart on my sleeve. I do too. I love people really hard. And when I care for them a lot. But I also understand that when I care for a person, I love you enough that when you're not good for me, I love you away from me. I love you. I want everything that you want. If you want success, I want it for you. If you want happiness, I want it for you. But if you don't match what I'm on, I love you away from me though. But I want any blessing that is due to you. I want you to get it. I want you to get it. Any goal that you want to get to, I want you to get it. If your goal is to go to jail, I want you to do that. I want you to do if it was his goal to commit a crime, there you go. You're going to jail, but you won't be here at my house doing it. If that's your goal, do it, whatever it is, but it won't be next to me. And using that excuse of I wear my heart on my sleeve, no, that's not really great enough for me because you have children. And this is another situation where your children has been in jeopardy because this man who just now murdered a woman could have came and took you and your kids out. So you put your kids in danger as well because you knew what was on the table before you opened the door. You knew what was on the table because you said that you talked to him and he told you, no, I have nothing to do with it. Why is everybody saying that you have something to do with a missing woman? Anytime that you had to go and ask him prior to him coming to your house, he should have never had an option when you have two kids there. You can come here once you clear that up. When you clear that up right there, I have kids here. You can't come here. So now your children had to wake up to the authorities outside their house with guns ablazed because you wear your heart on your sleeve and a man just told you, oh no, baby, I didn't have nothing to do with this. I know everybody's saying that I had something to do with it, but I didn't have nothing to do with it. Those 200 calls didn't spark that whole, He wasn't nervous at any point. 200 calls is nervous. Persistently asking to come to your house is nervous. That's nervous. Yeah, book her. So go ahead and book them because you're going to jail. Okay, you're going to jail. So when we look at everything in this and her being an intricate part, she may not know a lot. It's her actions, and she's saying she don't know why everybody is attacking her. Your actions when this woman is still missing. Body still has not been found at no point. Okay. Now, he was arraigned on January the 9th. Booker was arraigned on felony charges for lying to the police. And he had a cash bond that was set at $250,000. If he is released, he will be required to wear a GPS tracker. So, family plea for answers. So, Ashley's family continues to search for her, desperate for closure. They do believe that Booker know more about Ashley's disappearance than he is revealing to the authorities. So, here is the backstory and the key details of this case. DeAndre Booker has been identified as the primary suspect in the disappearance. His suspicious actions, including showing up uninvited to Ashley's home and booking an appointment under a fake name, raised a significant red flag. Following their breakup in September, remember, keep in mind, this is the same time that the other young lady had a conversation with with Ashley. This was in September. So we know that Brandy is somewhere in the midst of this breakup in September. Booker continued to stalk Ashley, including booking appointments through her salon website and arriving unannounced. Physical evidence. Authorities have gathered crucial physical evidence from Booker's apartment, including forensic materials. The evidence points to the possibility of foul play. So search for Ashley despite mounting evidence against Booker. Ashley has not yet been found, and investigators are working closely with Ashley's family and community to locate her. So over 20 search warrants have been executed, with the police reviewing digital evidence, canvassing businesses for video footage, and interviewing family members and friends. Authorities are aggressively pursuing all leads. Past behaviors. Booker does have a history of larceny, fraud, as well as he deserted the U.S. Army. His troubling Google searches also indicates that he may have planned to escape after this situation. So, family concerns. So, Ashley's family described Booker as possessive and controlling. He does have traits of being a stalker after the breakup. His actions before Ashley's disappearance seem to reflect the manipulative and coercive behavior, leading many to believe that he may have escalated his actions out of jealousy or anger. So, community reaction. The disappearance of Ashley Elkins has sparked a significant community concern, with Ashley's family and local advocates working together to raise awareness of the case. So, as an update, as of within yesterday, authorities have spent several hours in the Pine Trees Acres area digging through trash with the focus on a 6-acre section of a landfill as part of their search, and to trace any evidence that is connected to Ashley Elkins. Police have canvassed local businesses for video footage and used digital forensics to try to track down her movements. A dumpster from the apartment complex has been seized for investigation. The case remains ongoing as law enforcement and Ashley's family continue their desperate search for answers. Okay, so that's where we are so far in the Ashley Elkins case. How are you making fake appointments? The fake appointment thing goes back to him not only making fake appointments, you're making fake appointments, fake profile names, fake comments under fake profiles. Everything about him is fake. And the fact that you have fraud in your past, something tells me that you be either scamming, or you do something more than just this. It's deeper than just this. You live in a whole nother double life. There's a whole bunch. You have theft in your background, which tells me that it's deeper than this. You probably out here living something totally different. And I must say, when I looked through his pictures, he looked hey Ann, he looked a little sassy, I must say, guys. And so I'm wondering if that's one of the things as well. Because what we are seeing is that you have a lot of these men who are doing different things that they don't want to admit, and they end up taking their anger out of each other. I mean, on women. I'm sorry, they end up taking their anger out on the women in which they date, and they end up murdering them and killing them or stalking them. And it could be because the woman knows their secret or found out some things or seen some text messages or something like that. Okay. But something happened in September. I don't know if Ashley had put Miss Brandy onto something. Maybe Ashley let Brandy know, or Brandy let Ashley know some things about this man back in September. But this September date is pinging really hard. That September conversation, that woman to woman, as I called the Barbara and Shirley phone call. Okay. She stopped talking to him. Ashley stopped talking to him in September. Only one or two things happened in September. Either they found out about each other, okay, or they transferred some information about him to each other, which left both of them to leave him alone. Brandy decided, okay, she's gone. Ashley's gone. I'm not dealing with her no more. He not dealing with her no more. So let me go back in December. So she decides to go back to him. She does say that there was some text messages a day before, like a day or so before, Ashley went missing. I want to know what that text message says. What did they talk about in that text message? What was said? Did Ashley say, let you know that he's stalking her? And he won't leave her alone? And he keep coming up to her house? He keep coming and making fake appointments as fake clients? Is that what she told you? Because if Ashley has left him alone, which we know Ashley has left him alone, family said that she was no longer dealing with this man. Either you contacted Ashley, something happened here. Now, in regards to this whole, for some reason, she called him, but Ashley answered the phone. Give me 1 second. Let me look at that one more time. I want to look at that part one more time. Okay. Dre and I, so let's start here. I have phone records for the entire month of September to prove. So, hold on. Okay. What I do know is that we had a phone conversation back in September. That was a woman-to-woman conversation that included zero conflict. I also know that I did not call her phone. I called Dre's phone and she answered. Somehow, his calls were being forwarded to her phone. I have phone records for the entire month of September to prove that. Other than this conversation and text that she sent me the next day, I have not spoken to her since. Okay, so she hasn't spoken to her since September. She called Dre's phone, but his phone call was being forwarded to Ashley's phone. When the conversation took place, she didn't tell me her name was Ashley. I only found out her legal name when I was being posted and slandered throughout social media. Dre and I started talking again in mid-December. We had planned for him to come to my house before she went missing. On the day she went missing, he texted me several times throughout the day, starting at 12:58 p.m. He even, which it will explains. So She went missing that morning. Ashley went missing in the morning. So that means he had a few hours, because I think they said the last time that Ashley was heard of was about 9 something in the morning. So he went to go do what he did. Okay. He started texting her at 12:58, which is about a couple hours later. He even called me at 2:53 p.m. on the day that she went missing. I woke up in my own home, took my children to the dentist, went and got pizza, and then went to go to work. He continued texting me all throughout the evening, and when I received the first call, I was at work. I didn't know what was going on. I called Dre to ask him why was I getting calls from people saying that a woman was missing and they wanted to know his whereabouts. At the time, Dre was still home. Later in the evening, Dre had asked me to come to his place for the night. This is the very same day that Ashley went missing. I'm not sure what his motive was, and that may never be known. I refused the offer because I had errands to run the next day. I started receiving multiple phone calls and threats starting on Friday. I have received over 200 calls that day. Dre took a Uber to my house at 5:30 a.m. Okay, hold on. Is those 200 calls from people or for him? Now that's something that I'm maybe getting wrong. I need clarity on, is that 200 calls from him or other people? Either way, if you receive 200 calls, whether it be from him or 200 calls from random people, he should have never been at your house. 200 calls is a lot. Ain't like one or two people done called you to, whether it was 200 calls from him panicking or 200 calls from random people, it still showed that this was something going on. Those 200 calls still shows that there's a problem. Regardless of how we flip this coin, it still shows a problem. I was trying to see if I can give you the benefit of the doubt or something. If it was 200 calls from random people that you do not know, people are all over social media, straight strangers are finding your identification and tracking you down. 200 calls, whether it was from him or 200 calls from other random people, that lets you know that this man right here has committed something. And the fact that he was so persistent to come to your house once again still proves that he was nervous about something. So why was she still talking to him if she knew that there was another woman in the picture? Had to know. The thing is that he probably told her that he wasn't talking to Ashley no more. He probably told her that he wasn't talking to Ashley anymore. Okay. And Ashley, but the whole time he was stalking Ashley. And so she decided to go back with him in December. Mm-hmm. Now, that forwarded phone call, that's the one from September. So they was dating during that time. Now, Ashley possibly did have the calls because she probably felt like or knew something about another woman. Now, that can happen. And if she had his calls going to her back in September, that's probably how she found out about Brandy. She found out that he was dealing with another woman, which was Brandy, which left to Brandy and her leaving him alone. Ashley found out about the other woman. How did she know what time he took the Uber? Did she order the Uber? That's the only way that not to mention, she says she has the screenshots. So if you have the screenshots, you ordered the Uber because that would be in your device. That means you're the one that ordered the Uber for him. Even after you receive either 200 calls from him or 200 calls from the people. Either way, you received 200 calls and you still took it upon yourself to order him an Uber. That's why you said that that you have screenshots of the Uber car that he took that day because you ordered it. The only time that you would have that, okay, is if you ordered it. Unless, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, because there's always two sides to a coin. Unless when you ordered it, he sent you a screenshot, which wouldn't make any sense. That wouldn't make any sense because you already have it because you ordered it from your device. You ordered it. Typically, if you send somebody a screenshot of your Uber, it's because that person is the person that booked it. And maybe you want them to be able to track the person or know who you are with, who car you are in. So there would be no reason for him to send you the screenshot to your phone because you ordered it. That's why the screenshot and the proof is in your device. You ordered Uber. You ordered it. It would be no reason for him to send you the screenshot of his Uber. None. None at all. Unless he ordered it and sent it to you. That's it. But you said that you have the screenshot in your phone. That's the only way that I see that either he sent it to, no, I think you ordered this Uber. No, you ordered this Uber, ma'am. No, you definitely ordered this Uber because there would be no reason for him to send it to you. What would be the reason? Can y'all think of a reason that he would have to send her the Uber screenshot? What, I'm on my way? Or no, 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 no. Mm-mm. You ordered this Uber. Yeah, you ordered this Uber, ma'am. I feel she could have been involved. What the heck is the police doing? A lot of people think that. That's why she was getting threats and attacks because people think she has something to do with it. Why do you have that screenshot of that Uber, though? I'm trying to think of a reason that this man here would need to send her a screenshot of his Uber. That I'm really stuck on that. Hey, Lisa, I'm on my way is the only way, the only reason. But no, he's coming. He already told you that he's coming. You already said that he was planning to come there. He was already a plan for him to come to your house anyways. But you was getting multiple calls. You said 200 calls of people saying they needed to know where he was because of a missing woman. And you still opened your doors to him. You ordered that Uber, ma'am. Nope. Yeah. You ordered that Uber. Mm-hmm. You ordered it because he already was planning to come there in the first place, like you said. Which is kind of bizarre because later that evening, Dre asked me to come to his place for the night. This is the very same day Ashley went missing. I'm not sure what his motive was, and that may never be known. I refused the offer because I had errands to run the next day. I started receiving multiple phone calls and threats starting on Friday. I received over 200 calls that day. Dre took a Uber to my house at 5:30 a.m. on Friday. The entire time, he had me convinced that he was innocent. So he did what he did, contact you on the phone at 12:58. He didn't come that day. He came the following morning. So your house is where he ran to. The entire time he had me convinced that he was innocent. Okay, yeah. So he did what he did. Give Savage, I nominate her head of FBI. He did what he did. Text you. You was at work, didn't answer. You decided, no, I'm not coming to your house. I got errands to run. So he came to your house the following morning. He stayed there. The police came there. Got you. I mean, well, talk to you. You lied to the authorities. She still let you stay there because I'm not convinced that she asked you to leave. Um, you still stayed there. The police came and picked you up for lying because you were still there. And you still saying that you persist. You text him and you have text to prove. You have text to prove that you asked him to leave. Are you texting him while he was in the house? So y'all texting back and forth? That's crazy. Hmm. I don't understand because well, it has been solved. He's in jail. He's in jail. They're just waiting for. They're trying to find her body. They're searching a land. They're searching a landfill and other areas for her body. He's in jail. He's not getting out. Yeah, he's done. He's cooked. He's cooked and booked. Mr. Booker is cooked and booked. Um, but yeah, so they're searching for her body right now. It is reasons to believe that she is deceased. They're already saying that already. Let me see if there's any. One second. Yeah, so as of 3 hours ago, the search is continuing right now. And it's coming from CBS News. So officers will continue their investigation today for evidence at a landfill as they seek clues in the disappearance of Ashley Elkins. So yeah, they're still looking. Yes, because she's trying to clear her name. She needs proof that she had nothing to do with Ashley's disappearance. Yeah, 100%. Very much true. It's a lot to it. Alrighty, y'all. So that's that. If any updates do come, make sure that you guys definitely do subscribe to savageroyalty.com where you can get your latest updates coming straight to your devices if you haven't done so already. Okay. We also have a Spaces by Wix, which you download Spaces by Wix. You can get your news. You can also look at exclusive content. I already did that Naziah Harris part 1 over there. I'll be working on part 2 this week. And you can also get your news breaks and other things that goes and happens within only in Spaces. If you want to, for some reason, somehow, YouTube, Facebook, or anybody does not let you know when I'm live, you do get the alerts that come straight to the Spaces by Wix apps to ensure that you do not miss anything. We do have the Royal Newsroom, which is a community where you can make posts. We can discuss cases. There will be giveaways and things coming very much soon. I'm just waiting for everybody to get their way in there so everybody have a chance at something. This month we do have our raffle giveaway. Today's active engagement is if you go under the Ashley Elkins post on savageroyalty.com or the Spaces by Wix, you do get a entry into this month's raffle. This month's raffle, you do get an option of an Amazon gift card, Apple Pay gift card, or PayPal of an amount of $50 of your choice for either three. Okay. Now, all you have to do is go under this latest post on savageroyalty.com or Spaces by Wix and simply type in find Ashley. Okay. Find Ashley. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, guys. I'm happy you guys enjoyed the show. Tomorrow is probably going to be just like a news break show because we do got to get updated. I like to do those the Royal Report shows here and there, y'all, because it helps us stay updated to everything that is going on. All right. So we probably are going to have that tomorrow. If you want to submit any stories, all right, you can give me a royal tip. A royal tip is basically topics that are covered on the news break show or the breaking news show that happens at this same time slot. If you would like me to look into any cases or cover any cases, you can definitely put in a royal tip on Spaces by Wix or savageroyalty.com. Now, if you want to be a royal producer is a person that gives me a show to do a deep, in-depth investigation or a case analysis like this. Okay, you will get credit as a royal producer. Royal reporters get credits for royal tips for the royal report, and royal producers get credits. And I would say that you are the producer of the show on live when I do the show. Okay. So all you got to do is go into the Spaces app and comment under the post of any deep investigations that you want me to do, or submit a royal tip on either the website or the app. A lot of cases, it's a lot going on. Every time I look up, it's a new case, it's a new something. Every single time. I'm like, what? Trying to manage everything, y'all. I'm trying to manage it all. Okay. I am trying to manage it all. You should be a PI. That is what I'm working towards. Y'all talking about FBI. I'm trying to do my PI work. I've already been looking into it and everything. I gotta pay $300. I need 5 letters. 5 letters of people to tell them about my character. I need some character references. $300, character references, background check. And I got it. Oh, and I have to do like a couple other things. I have to go in front of the judge and, do all the things and all of that. But I meet all the standards. I meet all the standards with my bachelor's, but for some reason, I feel like my master's just look more pretty when I go do it, but we're going to see. But yeah, that's what I'm really trying to do. Become a PI, but within my PI work, I will be doing investigative journalism. Yeah, so I will be documenting those cases in which I cover while also investigating them as well. Yeah, fun job. So proud of you. Thank you. So proud of you. You know I got you, baby girl. Yes, OG. OG gonna be with us on the Royal, be with me on the Royal Cruise, y'all. We do have a Royal Cruise that is coming up in July. It will be posted in only the Spaces by Wix, giving you guys a behind the scene of my first ever meet and greet on social media. We're going on a cruise. I will be having others when more people will be able to come, but this is my first official one. So it's a more so small group right now, just testing me out. As you guys know, I'm a little socially afraid. I'm a little socially weird. Okay. So I don't like a large, So this is going to be my test run. And these are the royals that has been around me since the very beginning. Okay. So these are the ones that have watched me grow and, mature. They've been with me since the craziness, since the craziness of me starting social media. So there will be another one that will be happening, but this one you will get a chance to look at only in Spaces. And many of them are OG. She does a lot of community work. She wants to open up Auntie's House, which she does help a lot of those people that are in need. And then you have Picasso Red. She's an artist, actually. She's the person that got me to start painting. And then LaFleur, y'all probably saw him in here. He's a producer. So there's a lot of us around here, y'all. A lot of royals that are really, really talented people. We have Love Spell. She actually does a lot of empowerment, but she more so is our girl's girl and socialist. Whenever you need somebody to scream and give you a pick me up, it's her. She's that loud one, y'all. That's always loud but really fun. It Spells. She's the one that screams randomly for no reason. It's her, y'all. So that's gonna be our first event, and that one is in July. So you guys will get a behind the scenes look and footage of that in the Spaces by Wix app. Okay. So be looking out for that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. This was your true crime with Savage RoyalT. See you guys tomorrow.